Hello and welcome to Multiplying Decimals by One-Digit Numbers. This is Chapter 9, Lesson 3, and you're listening to the Mathcast from Mr. Burko's Mathcasts. Let's get going. We have a bunch of dog food in the back here because we have a character in the textbook who is going to buy 4 bags of puppy food. And we're going to learn how to multiply decimal tenths, hundredths, and thousandths by one-digit numbers. So this is a decimal number that has 3 digits in it by a one-digit number. What is the total mass of the puppy food if each bag weighs 432 thousandths of a kilogram, or 0.432? And we want to do this starting with Sean's calculation. He's going to do it this way. He's going to break down this number into 3. We have 4 tenths, we've got 3 hundredths, and 2 thousandths. So he's going to multiply 4 by each of these digits. So 2 thousandths times 4, 3 hundredths times 4, and then 4 tenths by 4. And he's going to add all of those 3 numbers together to get the correct answer. So what that ends is 2 times 8 is 8 thousandths. So here we have 2 after the decimal, and then an 8. 3 times 4 is 12, so it's more than 10, which means we're going to go over into the next decimal area, and it means it's still 12 hundredths. And then 4 times 4 is 16, so once again we're exceeding this place value's allowable limit, and we're going to add that 1 over there, and the 6 goes here in the 10th spot, and that's 1.6, or 1 6/10. If we break that down a little bit more and add them together, we are going to add 8 thousandths to 0.12. That gives us 0.128. And now we're going to add that to 1.6. That gives us 1.728 kilograms, or 1 728 thousandths. All right, I know that's a lot of numbers, and it might be difficult for you to wrap your brain around that. Tomorrow we're going to work on this in class, but let's get our base 10 blocks ready to go. You may not have a set of base 10 blocks at home, but you sure do have a pencil and a piece of paper, or even a pen. Why don't you go grab it, and let's do this together. So I'm going to get you started, and I'm going to ask you to finish it off. We have 0.432. We want to represent that as base 10 blocks. So I'm going to take that 4 in the tenths area and drop it right here. Here's my decimal. There's 4 tenths. I'm going to put my hundredths here. There's 3 of them to represent the 3. And then 2 thousandths go in that thousandth spot. And it's your turn. I want you to do the other bags of puppy food. Remember, there are 4 bags. I've done 1, and I want you to do the rest of them. Pause the presentation and draw that on your piece of paper. All right, hopefully that worked out well for you. Let's finish this off. I've got 4 groups of these tenths that I'm adding together. I've got 4 groups of 3 of these hundredths, and I ended up with 8 thousandths. We need to regroup them. So if your picture looks like this, it's right, but we want to regroup it to get the correct answer. So I'm regrouping the hundredths, and I'm going to add 1 to the tenths, because I got 10 out of here and put them here. And I'm going to take 10 out of the tenths and put them in the ones here. So I have 1 whole here represented by our thousands, right? 1 whole, and we have 7 tenths, and we have 2 hundredths, and we have 8 thousandths. If we did that right, it should equal the number we got before. 4 bags equal 1.728 kilograms. So that's good. One more way to show you, I would like you to see if you can calculate this based on what we've learned in the last 2 lessons. I want you to multiply these numbers together. You can use either method. You can use the sort of backwards method that we talked about in class, or you can talk about the carrying the ones. Just so you know, I'm going to carry the ones when I show this to you, and in class we'll talk about the other way too. Pause the presentation and give it a shot. All right, let's see if you're right. So here's what I did. 2 times 8 equals 2 times 4 equals 8, and then 3 times 4 is 12, so I'm going to put my 2 down here. I'm going to drop my 1 off up here to carry it. 4 times 4 is 16, but because I have that 1, it becomes 17, and then I carry the 1. And now 4 times 0 is 0, but we still have that 1. It drops down here to be 1.728. Thanks for joining me. That's the end of our lesson. I'll see you next time.